the NFL International Series on EA Sports. The London Black Knights taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! A great play there. yards. And the Black Knights are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Each team has scored 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13 and able to get this out to the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of. But
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there. And he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
He's going to take another shot here. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York ready to go again offensively. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. So left side, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that got that tackle for a loss.
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. Finds his tight end, Ingram.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Hands it off out of the gun. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And got his man complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Black Knights add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and launch it and air it out. And let's face it, it's not just him stepping back and flinging it, though. You've got to have someone who can go get it. And that's important for any offense. Someone who can stretch the field, or as they like to say, take the top off of a zone defense. Open things up, because then you can come back and throw underneath and gain some pretty good chunks of yardage as well.
He's ripped the top off of whatever defense they've been playing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Here comes the blitz, and he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Escape. And the pressure gets to him again. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, You and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
On first down, he'll drop side of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Black Knights are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there. Checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Right back to him on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they go screen. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Black Knights are able to widen their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to go up top again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Black Knights just continue to roll. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. And you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between...
And got his man, complete! And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Black Knights have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 1. That is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started with a good one in the AFC. Indianapolis taking on Pittsburgh at Heinz Field. And this is a 4-point game as they've gone to the locker rooms for halftime. Michael Pittman, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well and leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not? More the merrier.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! A big play there. 76 yards.
And the Black Knights have got it on cruise control.
Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll... down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
2nd and 5. This off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
London about set to take over on offense.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
take it on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants...
He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Black Knights are pouring it on. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark. Touchdown, Giants! A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. London about set to take over on offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Black Knights get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone. And make it count.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The throw over the middle taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well. Open and catch the ball.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Black Knights take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for New York. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. London about set to take over on offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great effort there. 67 yards. And the Black Knights add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 5. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of...
It got his man complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 91 yards. And the Black Knights are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win for...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Second and 13. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Good job, good job.
London about set to take over on offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they They finally get him, but not before he reaches the third. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to go up top again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Sliding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights extend their lead yet again. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Evan Ingram worked his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends. Those catches in their games, they can go in waves at that position.
And you get so locked into stopping them that you think, okay, hey, look at that. We've held them down. And the best ones, you really don't hold down for an entire game. They're going to get their catches. Your job is to keep them from being big-time catches that break you down totally.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Got his man in stride, complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached a point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
He's going to try and go deep again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. He's going to let it go again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights just continue to roll.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back to throw. Gets this quickly to Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. That's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the Black Knights have got it on cruise control. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for the Giants.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Finds his tight end, Ingram.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
drills it in. And he will have a Giants first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd and 4. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll buy some time right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because